Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Rachel, and I'm going to be leading you through this 20-minute yin class for de-stressing. So whenever you're feeling agitated, stressed out, or maybe just want to relax, take a few moments to yourself, be with your breath. Notice how you can begin to regulate your nervous system. You don't need too many props, nothing that you need to buy. Maybe a bolster or even a pillow or cushion just off your sofa or your bed will be enough. If you don't have a block, maybe a rolled up towel can be helpful. Grab your props and come back to your mat and join me. So we'll begin this class in a comfortable seat. Knees below the hips, spine long. Maybe you sit on your rolled up towel, your block, your bolster. Somewhere where you can be comfortable. And if it feels okay for you, just close down your eyes, begin to withdraw any external distraction. Through the nose, deep breath in. Through the mouth, let the air drop out. Taking a moment to just allow your body to get heavy. Allow your mind to relax. Noticing how it feels to be in this seated position. What do you notice in your physical body? How does it feel to be in your mind? What thoughts are present? Without any judgment, without any criticisms, if you can just put those thoughts aside, knowing you can come back to them when this class is over. Maybe you want to leave them behind. Lastly, checking in with your heart, noticing your emotions. Making our way into our first yin posture. We're going to come into a child's pose. So we begin on all fours. And then allowing your knees to be as wide apart as feels comfortable for you. Maybe the knees are wider, maybe they're closer together. And then we press our tail back towards our heels. And just begin to extend your arms forward. If this feels uncomfortable, you can lay your chest onto the bolster. Or if you notice your hips are up in the air and that feels uncomfortable, maybe just placing a pillow between the thighs. So taking a moment to wiggle, to jiggle, to find your position. And once you've found comfort, see if you can commit to stillness. Allow the body to get heavy. Allow the body to relax. Relaxing the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, all the toes. Soften your ankles, your shins and your calves. Relaxing your knees, the back of your knees. Softening your thighs and your hips. With every breath out, allow your body to melt a little bit closer towards the earth. Notice if you're holding tension around your belly. So often we're always clenching, holding, sucking in. Let it go. And notice how it feels when you allow some softness to come in. Noticing your back. See if you can relax all those tiny muscles. Your sacrum, your mid-back, your shoulders. Notice how it feels around your ribs and your heart. Can you soften there? Allowing your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your hands and your fingers to be heavy. And then noticing your face, your jaw, your eyes. Can you soften the muscles at the back of your eyes, eyebrows, forehead and top of the head? Total body relaxation. And now bringing your attention to the tip of your nose. Noticing the breath as it moves in and out. Noticing all the subtle sensations that come with this breath. Begin to notice its temperature. Maybe a slight cool air comes in. Maybe warmer air leaves. Are your nostrils flowing freely? Maybe you're a little congested. Keep noticing the breath. Keep feeling its movement. Where does that breath land in your body? Can you follow as it moves down the back of the throat, through the chest? Maybe you feel the rib cage begin to expand and contract. Maybe you feel that gentle rise and fall of your back body. You begin to deepen that breath, sending it all the way down to your belly. Noticing what it feels like when you do that. Taking a moment by yourself to connect with the breath. Taking 3 more deep breaths, in and out. And on your next inhalation, shifting your body forward, come up all 4. If you like, just wiggle a little bit side to side. And then we're going to come down onto our belly, coming into our crocodile pose. Sometimes in Yin, this is also known as a rebound. So we allow the body to come to a neutral shape. And just feeling the effects of the previous pose. So bring in your hands stacks on top of one another, forehead to the ground, or forehead rests on the top of the hand. And again, tune into those subtle sensations. Noticing the finer things that you feel. Maybe you notice a rush of energy, a change in temperature, a tingle, a vibration. What is there when you look inside? Settle in, soften, relax. Scanning through your body. Noticing where you're clenching. Let it go. Noticing when you get caught up in thought, getting stuck on that argument that you had, that thing that you said. Maybe you're anxious about something that's coming up. Let it go. The past has been, you cannot change it. You have to accept it and move on. And the future is yet to be. You can't predict it. And our mind loves to get stuck on the negative, thinking of the worst. Over time and with practice, we realize that we never really stop those thoughts. We don't stop that monkey mind. The only thing we can do is to stop reacting to those thoughts. Stop engaging in the story. And that's where our happiness lies. And then your next inhalation, gently releasing the hands, drawing them back towards the body, tuck your toes. And you just move really, really slowly, coming up into a tabletop position. From here, crossing your ankle, gently rolling over the hip, and extending your legs out in front. So we always want to move slowly and mindfully in between each yin posture. This helps to keep us in our parasympathetic nervous system. And this is our rest and digest. When we're stressed, when we're anxious, and just generally when we're working through our day, we stay in our sympathetic nervous system. And that's our fight or flight. So nowadays we tend not to have to run from tigers, but our body can't really tell the difference. So much overstimulation can leave us in that activated state. So when we come back to our body, we come back to our breath, we come back to that deep healing. So making our way into our next posture, we're going to come into a supported bridge. So bending the knees, lowering your way down onto the earth. And then we're going to use a block, maybe you use some books, again that rolled up towel or a couple of cushions if that's what you have. Begin by gently pressing the feet into the earth, peel the hips up. And then using your prop, we're going to place it on our sacrum, so that's our low back. So the kind of around the hip area. And then dropping in. Taking a moment, finding that position that feels comfortable for you. Through here, target area really is a release around the belly, around the hip flexors. You can do whatever you need to do with your arms. Maybe they stay by the side. Maybe you reach them overhead. But it can be really nice to give yourself a little bit of love. One hand belly, one hand heart, keeping that connection. Close down your eyes and tune back into your breath. I'm not going to talk much through this posture. I want you to feel it. Again, find those subtle sensations. Feeling the rise and fall of the belly. the chest. So if you can become fully absorbed by the sensation of breathing. Gently scan through. Notice if that tension's creeping back in. Allow yourself to soften, to melt, to let go. And each time you notice yourself thinking, let it go and come back. That's where your power is. And gently, your hands are on your body, releasing them by the side. Begin to squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, removing your block. Taking a moment, allowing your whole body to just relax on the earth, finding that rebound. It'd be really nice to take a big sigh out. And then notice how it feels when you move out of that position. As humans, we're so disconnected from ourselves. Coming back to us. And then going to make our way into our last posture. So a few options here. We're going to place our legs up, and this is where the bones are just stacked to hold us still. I'm going to be using the wall, but I know maybe if you live in an apartment, there's not always a free wall. So you can either just have the legs stacked like this. To begin with, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but finding that point where you can just hold by the bones without engaging the muscles. You can return to the block, placing the block back under the sacrum, lifting the hips up this way. Super restorative and relaxing. Or coming towards the wall for that added bit of support. So we just shift our hips up to the edge. Come on to the back and then flinging the legs up. Shuffling round, finding your shape. And then feet can either stay closer together or maybe send the legs out a little bit wider. So finding that point that feels really comfortable and relaxing for you. So as we're de-stressing, we're really not trying to focus on stretching, pushing. We're coming to stillness. Noticing what it feels like when we just slow down. And we allow ourselves to just be. So again, softening, releasing, melting. and tuning into your breath. Physically, mentally, emotionally, how does it feel to be in this shape? And you let go of any stories that come with it. You're not good enough. You're not doing it right. You can't settle. Let it go. The more you tell yourself you can't, the more you can't. Set those doubts aside like a big shopping bag. Tune into the breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Either lowering your legs to the ground, or if your legs are up the wall, maybe helping the knees back in together. Gently rolling to one side. And then making your way into your final resting pose. Coming into Shavasana. It can be really nice if you've got that towel or got that bolster to actually place it just under the knees, just a little bit of elevation. Come back down, take a wiggle, releasing any remaining tension. Through the nose, deep breath in. Through the mouth, sigh it out. Nothing to hold, nothing to do, nothing to fix. Taking this time to be with yourself. Allowing your mind to just go on a dreamlike journey.